sikelela thina lusapho lwayo morena bolo ka setšhaba sa Yesu o fedise dintwa le matshwenyego o se boloke setšhaba sa Jesu setšhaba sa South Africa, South Africa. En die blå van ons hemel en die diepte van ons Or ons het geberdes van die kranse antwoord gee. Sounds the call to come together and united we shall stay. Let us live and strike for freedom in South Africa, our land.
Thank you. Amen and amen. That was a prayer. It's a national prayer. Thank you, everyone. I would like to welcome on stage Councillor Gift, who is the Ward Councillor for Ward 97 in the city of Joburg. He will lead us in the welcome address. And as I usher the councillor on the podium, I wish to just apologize for the late start. And I hope you understand. We will try to catch up on the program as best as we can. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Councillor Gifty Malapane Mate. I'm a member of ESD Portfolio Committee under the City of Joburg. My task today is very simple and straightforward. But before I start with my welcoming, kindly, guys, South Africans, we need to sing a South African anthem with dignity and honor. Let's be brave. Let's be a South African anthem. Funeral. You need to be brave. Next time, especially Lona youth, when you sing a national anthem, you need to be brave and then you need to be confident and then smile. Have a confidence. I thank you. My task today is very simple and straightforward. Is to welcome Director of ESD, Mr. Tebogo Matiba. Tebogo Matiba, Kopa, what do you mean? Thank you. Also, MMC of Environment and Infrastructure Service Councillor Jack Squaila. Okay, maybe Sapan Atla. And then Mr. Chairperson of Environment and Infrastructure Portfolio Committee, Councillor Vangani Monyai. That day Vangani Kopa Medise the masses. What 58 Councillor Rikine Uten the council. Akambona. Maybe the Nasapan Atla because of an Matatanyana Amits. Apologies for on his behalf. Executive Director of C40, Mr. Chairman Pomarecho. Kindly read your masses here. Also all the way from international countries, today. We are very grateful to have him for this event. National Air Quality Officer, Dr. Patient Kwazi. HOD of Gauteng Department of Environment, Mr. Blake Mosley Lefatola. Regional Director of MMC present. We also welcome all councillors in the midst. You all welcome. Officials from other spheres of the government, including entities. You all welcome. Members of media. You all welcome. Members of the community. You all welcome. Ayoba Tipslu Secondary School. Ayoba Tipslu Secondary. Ayoba. Bateng abayo na. Hola, Tipslu Secondary. Hola. Hola, Tipslu Secondary. Hola. Amandla. Lip Science and Maths. Hola. Lip Science and Maths. Hola. David Makubo Secondary School. Hola. David Secondary School. Hola. Yeah, well confident. Protea Glen Secondary. Hola. Abaso wetu batho. Batho baso wetu skampo kale kasiak. Protea Glen Secondary. Hola. Ivory Park Secondary. Hola. Ivory Secondary School. Hola. Panele Pele Oracle Secondary. Hola. Yabathomdim. Ayo, Panele Pele Oracle Secondary. Hola. Yo abayo ne. Okay, hola. Okay. Sakisizo Secondary School. Ayoba. Sakisizo Secondary School. Ayoba. Lefureng Secondary School. Ayoba. Lefureng Secondary School. Ayoba. Kisakasiaka so tlamile le bele umfu phela so wethu is the heart of Johannesburg, is the heart of South Africa ne. Ra leboha all. Everyone, you're welcome. You're welcome. Kindly enjoy the day. But before I go out, I would like to both honor the privilege to welcome you all today as we gather, commemorate the International Day for Clean Air for Blue Skies to celebrate the launch of the Breathe Cities program right here in the Johannesburg. I thank you. Everyone, you're welcome here. Enjoy your day. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Gift. You can see we have leadership here. Without any further ado, I would like to welcome on stage my boss, Mr. Tebogo Mudiba. He's the Executive Director for Environment and Infrastructure Services Department.
Thanks. At least my surname was gotten right. Councillor Mudiba. Hey, you know this thing of Madiba? Because that's the only name we know, but not Naki Mudiba. Dumela. Sanbonan. Arbeng lebu pilonyana. Le sharp. All right. No, let me start, man. Niki prepare a speech, it's 7 pages. When you do a speech, you must then check your crowd first and see if they're in the mood for that seven page speech. But no, I think, let me start. I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think the council has already introduced in terms of protocol. Bana ba sekolo dumelang. So I think it's important, and it's one thing that I was also explaining throughout the week. We've been doing the activations in terms of clean air, but one thing we've done realize is that the issues of the environment that are taken as secondary, they are not taken very serious, and it's something that we need to start changing. The reason we're also having this launch is to make sure that we engage communities, make sure that all of us understand that it's important and it's a human right for all of us to breathe clean air. It can't be a secondary issue. So we are also saying, when we invest in health issues and invest funds on other issues that are reactive, we must also invest in something that will be proactive. Because if you make sure that you invest in issues of clean air, you are also going to prevent the reactive issue in terms of people having lung problems and so forth. But today, we also want to make sure that when we commemorate the International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies, we also celebrate the launch in making sure that we become a part of the International Day of Clean Air. So, ladies and gentlemen, This program represents a bold and visionary initiative aimed at transforming our cities into becoming beacons of clean air and sustainable living. It is a testament in our commitment to innovation, collaboration, and proactive leadership in tackling air pollution. Our purpose today is clear, is to acknowledge the strides that we have made, recognize the challenges that lie ahead, and reaffirm our dedication to creating an environment where clean air is a fundamental right rather than a privilege. We gather not just to celebrate, but to renew our commitment to making tangible improvements in air quality that will benefit every individual in our communities. In 2019, the city developed and approved an air quality management plan which espoused a vision to achieve acceptable air quality levels in the city of Johannesburg, where in terms of acceptable air quality is defined, it complies with the national ambient air quality standards, support livable, sustainable and resilient communities, is odorless, tasteless and looks clean. So the vision also has 6 pillars. It's make sure that we collaborate with stakeholders in developing and implementation emission reduction, because it's difficult for you to implement without collaborating with people, that because all of us must see this vision and must be part of it. We must also make sure that we regulate emission sources within the city of Johannesburg to achieve compliance. We must also develop and maintain a comprehensive air quality management system. We must also provide appropriate capacity to deliver air quality management, empower, inform the citizens of Johannesburg. This is one part, especially when we involve our learners, is to make sure that they also go back home, encourage and tell parents and tell also their peers to say the issues of air quality is important. Support innovative research that informs air quality. When we're doing our exhibition, I saw young people were also showing us the creativity. So they've also, because trees are being cut, one student learner there showed me so a technology that will also do what trees do, because you are cutting trees. It's something I was even telling Kanakwekilko Alex. So first thing you see when one of us moves to the suburbs, the first thing they do is to cut trees so that they show that they've arrived. But also the technology will assist us. So I think what is also important is that we also have air monitoring stations, but I think what we are also doing is that it's important that all of us, because now we use technology, all have the app. The app will also assist for all of us to be able to see in real time the air that we are breathing. So today, let us also remember that our journey towards cleaner air is not a solitary one. We are part of a global movement dedicated to ensuring that every person in every corner of the world can enjoy the benefit of blue skies and clean air. By launching the Breathe Cities program, Johannesburg is joining these global efforts with renewed vigor and determination. I want to thank you all, and let us embark on this journey with hope, determination and unwavering support. Clean air, Josie! Clean air now! Clean air for all. Thank you very much.
My apologies. You can see that I'm vertically challenged. So my apologies for the noise. But thank you very much, Edie. Clearly you can see that we are led. There is positive energy around this program. We embrace the Breathe Cities campaign with both hands. Obviously, there's a lot that the city has done so far, but there's much more that we can do, and collectively, we can achieve a lot. And that's why each one of you are here with us today, so that we can partner and make sure that we achieve that clean air that we want to see in the city of Joburg for our own benefit and for future generations. And thank you very much, Edie. With that, I want to introduce to you a video that we're going to flight that is going to sum up the whole picture around what we are here about. I want to apologize to my panel here on the stage. You're not going to see because the screens are projecting that way, but it's not also a very complicated video. It's not long. So please enjoy. My apologies. My job is very easy, but I have to do a lot of things at the same time. They normally say women can multitask. As to whether that is true, I'm not sure, but like, that's how we roll as women. I'm sure you got some worthy information out of the video that you can take forward. You can see that there's already people that have pledged their support. Speaking of pledges, we've received a pledge from the Provincial Environment Department. They are offering the city 100 trees. Isn't it awesome? I think this is wonderful. I've just been corrected. It's 1,000 trees. It's even better. You know, air quality, climate change are, the same, both sides are the same coin. Both sides, you look at climate change, you look at air quality, but when you look at mitigation action, especially when you're talking about trees, trees help us with heat island effect, but they also clean our air. So the 1,000 trees that we have received will actually, give us a head start in terms of what we are discussing today. And we want to appreciate the support that we are getting from GDAT. Having said that, we are swiftly moving to the messages of support. I have lined up Dr. Gwazi from the National Environment Department, Department of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment, who will then give us a message of support. Dr. Gwazi is also the National Air Quality Officer. Over to you, ma'am.
Program Director, thank you for this opportunity to come and address the city of Johannesburg. The councillors in the room, I think in the interest of time, I will recognize all the councillors. I will also recognize the mayor in absentia. I will recognize the director. I will recognize the executive director and the colleagues on the floor from the National Department, the Provincial Department, the Clean Air Fund colleagues, the C40, the Breathe Cities, our future leaders that are sitting. There is many schools that I recognize, and you could tell with the level of enthusiasm who is big on air quality. I recognize the school in the brown uniform. They came in very big. Viva to the young children and cleaning air quality, viva. It's an opportunity for me to address you today, and I think I'm going to talk to the young children and say, why are we here? Why is air quality important for us to understand? And why do we have all these government officials sitting here and addressing you? We know that air pollution is a silent killer. It's killing far many people. It's killing the younger children. It's killing our older population. But we can do something about it. We are meeting here because the city of Johannesburg is recognizing a day that has been set aside by the United Nations to say we must recognize a day where we say we must take action to clean our air and end up with blue skies. Why do they have a logo like that? All of us must know that as long as the sky is blue, we have cleaned our air. If you don't see a blue sky, you know that all of us as government are not doing enough for you as citizens to breathe an air that the Constitution says is safe for your health and your well-being. Are we together as the school children? That's why it's called a day for clean air, but blue skies. Remember blue skies. Anything else, clean air, blue skies. We want to aim for blue skies. But how do we do that? Government has systems. Government has all these officials. It has laws that it has put in place to say for us to clean the air, we must put laws in place. We have the act that is called the National Environmental Management Air Quality Act. That came into effect in 2004 already, ne? This week as government, we were celebrating 20 years. But we also acknowledge we are celebrating when our skies are still not blue. We agree, ne? So when you ask, is government doing enough? Initiatives such as what the city of Johannesburg is putting in place to say Johannesburg is setting up a program that is called Clean Air Jozi. The objective is to say that constitutional right that brought us from apartheid to the new dispensation where we say we have a democracy in South Africa. That democracy means we must all have clean air. We must have clean water. We must have a clean environment. What is your role as a learner? We saw all those issues that we displayed at the back. You are our future engineers. You are our future air quality officers. You are our future environment government officers, our future mayors. You must understand what we need to do to clean air. If you can put systems like what we saw at the back, the next question is, can you take those systems so that you can assist us to improve the quality of air? It was impressive, and I think you can all clap your hands for yourselves that you have done an amazing work. But beyond what we are doing in this room and sitting and talking, what else can you do as an individual? We have this motto that we say, it always must start with me. It must start with me. What can I do? There are simple things. We can stop burning waste. We can stop burning everywhere. We can talk to our parents about choosing differently. Is there a choice? Yes, there is. We can all drive cars, those that are driving. And I know you're all aspiring to do that once you finish school. You must choose a car that has the lowest emissions into the environment. That is what an individual will do. And I assume all of us as government, we have that in mind, ne? Because those are the simple things that we can do as individuals to clean the air. Government must play its part, and we are playing our part, and we'll continue to play our part. But as individuals, it starts with us. Simple things of reducing burning, simple things of reducing, I think reducing burning is maybe our biggest challenge, ne? Stopping to litter, reducing burning. If you see waste, be a citizen that is proactive. Pick it up and put it in the bin so that it's not burning in the field fire, in the field, ne? And creating more pollution. You are our future citizens. It starts with you, and you can help us to clean the air. And we will play our part. And thanks to the international community that is supporting us with funding and initiatives, it's all to help the city of Johannesburg to clean the air so that you as citizens breathe the air that is healthy for your well-being and environment. I would like to say thank you to Breathe Cities and Clean Air Fund for your initiatives. And I wish the city of Johannesburg well. The province, we work together on this. We work with the provincial air quality officers and the municipal air quality officers to ensure that what we talk to you about today, we will implement, and 5 years from now, we'll come back and say, when we launched the Clean Air Jozi, we improved the quality of air for the city, and we are proud of it. Thank you very much. I wish you well in your endeavors.
Thank you very much, Doctor. What I'm taking away from your message is that as citizens, we need to be engaged and involved in seeing through the future that we want. So, and that goes also with investment. So we are happy to have the Clean Air Fund, Bloomberg Philanthropies, C40, that are behind this very initiative from a funding point of view. Obviously, the city is also putting money into this. In this current financial year, we are looking at recapitalizing our air quality monitoring station. So funding is coming from different sources, but you at an individual level, you can also make a difference. Thank you. With that said, I would like to welcome on stage Dr. Mr. Blake Mosley Lefatole, the head of department for the Gauteng Department of Environment. He will then take us through the message of support from province. Thank you.
Program Director, thank you very much for the title. I'll take the title, Doctor. All right, morning everyone. Dumelang. Hello, hello. Yeah, that's much better. Hello. All right, Executive Mayor in his absence, let's also just recognize the MMC for Environment and Infrastructure Services, also in his absence. All the councillors who are present here, led by Councillor Gift, you are recognized. And our partners from Breathe City delegates, C40 representatives, Clean Air Fund representatives, you are also recognized. Banabaskolo, Dumelang, all distinguished guests. Let me first thank the City of Johannesburg for the invite. I think it's an important gesture, and also it's a sign of growing partnership between ourselves as Gauteng Provincial Government through the Department of Environment, partnership with the City of Joburg to combine our efforts in improving our environment and ensuring that we do have sustainable management of the environment within the province. Just a couple of points that I want to make in relation to our message of support. Firstly, is we know that clean air is vital for maintaining the health and well-being of all human organisms and human beings. The United Nations Commission considers air pollution to be the world's largest environmental threat. In fact, what they are saying, in terms of statistics, air pollution accounts for plus minus 7 million deaths around the world every year. Air pollution, as we know, causes and intensifies diseases like asthma, cancer, heart disease, and other ailments. But air pollution is not just threatening our well-being as human beings. It also has economic consequences. It affects the economy. And according to the World Bank, air pollution has significant economic costs as a result of the impacts on human health, productivity losses, healthcare costs, and other ecosystem damages. In fact, the figures that the World Bank is actually quoting is fairly scary. They say that the global welfare costs associated with air pollution were estimated at $5.11 trillion in 2013. And the welfare costs of mortality related to outdoor air pollution were estimated at about $3 trillion. So we can see the economic costs that air pollution actually has on the ecosystem. As we know that the United Nations General Assembly adopted the resolution to designate September 7 as an International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies. This is an endeavor to improve air quality, enhance global awareness, and it also indicates the need for stronger partnerships, increased investments, and shared responsibility for overcoming, air pollution. Now, I won't talk so much about the legal instruments that we've put in place as government, to manage the incidences of air pollution. We do have the National Environment Management Air Quality Act that gives us all the necessary instruments, policies, and regulations to manage and ensure better air quality, standards. I just want to talk briefly about the challenge of air quality in Gauteng and the work that is cut out for us there. Firstly, we know that Gauteng is the smallest province in the country, but we also know that we contribute the biggest to the economy of South Africa. And also we know that all the industries, we've got plus minus 16 million people in the province, so the province is fairly dense. We also know that given that we contribute more than 35% of the South African GDP, we've got the most industries, here. And because we're a densely populated province, most of the traffic and vehicles are also in Gauteng. So what does that tell us? There's a lot of emissions, into the air from the vehicles, from the industries that we actually have. Over and above that, we've got more than 400 informal settlements within our province. And all of those informal settlements, rely on fuel that is not environmentally friendly. It also pollutes, the air. So we've got our work cut out, in Gauteng in terms of ensuring that we actually work towards better air quality within the province. And this work we are doing with the municipalities, where we are ensuring that together with the municipalities, we issue all atmospheric emission licenses within the legislated timeframes across, the province. But I think that our partnership between City of Johannesburg and Gauteng Department of Environment actually has to be deepened so that we deal particularly with what has been classified as the hotspot areas, the Vaal Triangle and the Highveld, where the statistics and the data tells us that air pollution, those are priority areas to deal with challenges, of air pollution. So it's going to be important that our partnership with the City of Johannesburg is actually deepened to deal with those challenges. And then, of course, we'd also need to ensure that our partnership with other municipalities such as Sedibeng, Mfuleni, is also deepened to deal with the challenges that we have within those, particular areas. So to ensure that industries operate within specified conditions that reduce emissions, the department and municipalities issue what is called atmospheric emission licenses within legislated timeframes and provinces. This is to ensure that the environment and the health of the citizens is protected while supporting economic activities. For a functional ambient air quality monitoring network and continuous data availability, the department supports municipalities in the management of ambient air quality monitoring stations, across the province. How do we do this? We do this through procurement of various monitoring equipments, calibration gases, physical support, and hands-on training offered to various municipal, officials. In concluding, the department welcomes the launch of the Breathe Cities with the City of Johannesburg, whose intention is to improve urban health and galvanize action to deliver clean air. Breathe City's decision to support City of Johannesburg to cut the air pollution and climate emissions is in line with the province's objective of safe and healthy air for all. It is important that I leave this message with the City of Johannesburg and yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking at consolidating this particular partnership around air quality initiatives, but we don't want to stop there. As the Provincial Department of Environment, we look forward to partnering also with the city in relation to other climate change initiatives to build an environment that is green, infrastructure that is green, transport that is green, energy that is green. Because if the city of Joburg is environmentally sustainable, it also contributes to province succeeding in building a climate resilient and green province. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lufatola. We take very seriously the guidance that we got and also the quest for partnership with province. We have been very deliberate in making sure that we engage province and national in all our endeavors and that we play a meaningful role in all our intergovernmental relations forum. So we're looking forward to strengthening the partnership that we already have. And I want to appreciate again the 1,000 trees that you have given us. We know that we are also getting support from the environment, the Provincial Environment Department in as far as the capacitation of our air quality monitoring stations, and that we want to appreciate. We are running a bit behind time, and I did promise that we will recover. I'll do my best. I would like to usher on stage the Executive Director for Breathe Cities. A lot of what you see today, we would not have achieved if the city didn't raise its hand to say we also want to be part of this Breathe Cities. The city of Joburg is amongst 11 other cities that have signed to the Breathe Cities program. So we are very privileged to have the Executive Director, Mr. Jamie Pomanyero, on stage. I know I'm butchering the surname, but I will get there. Please come up on stage.
Hello. So I just learned something, and I am from Colombia in South America, and we have the same way of saying hello, because to us, hello is hola. And when kids want to be cheeky and make fun of you and they see that you're doing something that's funny, they'll come up to you and they'll say, hola, hola. So we share our greetings, and it makes us laugh because that means somebody's doing something stupid and you want to make fun of them. You come up to them and you say, hola, hola. So hola, hola to all of you in Spanish and here in Johannesburg as well. We've been here for a couple of days. It's my first time in Africa. And I must say, first of all, to the city officials, to the councillors, to everybody that has been with us, we have felt well received. We have felt friendship, warmth, and that we are working in a true partnership. I am here representing 3 important institutions that are coming here to try and give you a hand so that the city of Johannesburg, but also the community, can work in tandem to make a difference, because this is a five-pronged partnership. It is the Clean Air Fund, it is Bloomberg Philanthropies, it is C40 cities, but it is also the city of Johannesburg and the provincial and national governments. But most importantly, it is the community. It is the people. It is the children of our schools that want to make a difference, because this, in the end, is for the people. When we talk about what is a city, it is a place where we gather to exchange economic development, culture, livelihoods, and that brings a lot of good things, but also negative things that if we don't address, when we continue to grow, they become more problematic. And air pollution and air quality is one of our biggest threats. We don't necessarily see it every day, but it makes our lives worse. It kills a lot of us, and if left unchecked, it will make our lives untenable. One thing that many don't know is that air pollution affects disproportionately the people that are fighting to realize their dreams a bit more than those who are more privileged. So that is why when we talk about fighting air pollution, we're talking about social and environmental justice. If we are able to make a difference and to improve the air quality in Johannesburg, we will also have made a difference into making each and every one of your neighborhoods and townships that are worth living in. And that when you start to realize your dreams, children, you will not want to leave there. You will want to live there. And you will want to make sure that your grandchildren and your children live there as well. And you will feel proud that you will have made a difference. We have a few pillars, like data. But we want to make sure that the data that we are working on with the city is data that you can share and that you can use so that you feel empowered to make a difference. And that hopefully you can teach other people in your community how to use that data to make a difference and to help make us accountable so that the international community, the NGOs, but also our city official partners always have their eye on the ball and are making a difference. On the same time, we are working to include communities into the planning and the development of this air quality plan that you have developed as a city. And lastly, but not least important, is the fact that Johannesburg is one of 11 cities chosen globally to make a difference in the world. This is not something that we have chosen lightly. Yesterday, when we were talking to the city, we acknowledged that you are already making a difference because you have understood that this is a global problem, but that you want to change it. That there are people within the government that want to make a difference and that the communities are empowered to do so. So the first step is already taken. We need to continue to give more steps. We are here representing, as I said, a group of people that want to help you. I just read something that Liv sent me in a message a few minutes ago. Only 1% of the international community funding, of the development funding in the last 6 years went to clean air. And of that, only 5% went to Africa. We are here to make sure that that does not continue to happen, but also to acknowledge that this development funding is only a tool for you so that you can feel empowered and make sure that you make the decisions that you need to make your neighborhoods better off. So in the end, what we are launching here today is a partnership between ourselves, between you guys, and between hopefully the children and the grandchildren of the families of Johannesburg. If we clean our air, we will have better townships, we will have greener cities, and we will have, and I like that, blue skies ahead. Blue skies, green city, and healthy families. Let us work together for that. Clean air Josie, cleaner air for all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jamie. What he didn't tell you is that he was a former mayor. He's a former mayor. So he has the benefit of both sides in terms of being a political leader, but is now on the technical side of things. I think he is very privileged to be, given this opportunity to look at the other side, but also talk to his colleagues that are political heads around levers for maneuver. The common thread that I'm realizing from all the three speeches is that partnership is key, equality is a human right, and active and engaged citizenry, together with partnerships from sponsors, will get us to the blue skies that we want to see. So I was told that the video that was flighted was incorrect. And I want to take this moment in correcting that. If you can play the video. Thank you.
To support the work of the City of Johannesburg under the Green Cities Program.
Isn't it awesome? The video was showing activations that we did for the week. You'll see that there was a lot of engagement. You can identify some faces on the stage that were active as part of the activation activities. So at this point in time, I don't know, I want to usher on stage back our executive director to take us to the next item, which is the keynote address. Thank you.
I'm back. I think my task now it's very simple. Bathi ngesiZulu samacephe siphatha siphetho re tshwara re tshwere le rena. So it's also a privilege for me to also introduce and welcome I should say the newly appointed the new or the old the newly appointed member of the Mayoral Committee in the city of Johannesburg responsible for environment infrastructure services. I also have a boss. I also report somewhere. So it's with great pleasure that I also introduce. He's also a ward councillor in the most volatile ward in the city of Johannesburg, in the inner city. So you'll understand that is why at some point when we want him for other activations it will be difficult, because the ward that he leads, it's either there's a water crisis, there's electric crisis, and because he's a ward councillor of the people, he always tells me that I see these events of yours, they will not be more important than my community that I'm serving. So it's important when we have him in such events to make sure that he's the one who spearheads these issues in terms of environment and air quality. So ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce and welcome on stage Councillor Senior Jack Squaila. Thank you.
Okay. No, thanks. Program Director, Lebo, and obviously, let me appreciate Executive Director, Tebogo Modiba. It's true, I have less than 1 month in office. Also new from the box. But a few days ago, we opened a station which I was involved from last year. I don't know how it happened in Johannesburg. It's one of those things. I see young people being present here, the future of our own generation. Program Director, let me take this opportunity to actually also greet the chairperson who is also new from the box, Councillor Vengani Munyai, Ward Councillor in absentia, Comrade Councillor Ricky Ne, Executive Director of C40, Mr. Jaime Pumarejo, Program Director of Clean Air Fund, Program Manager, National Air Quality Officer, Dr. Patient Gwaze, just left for another engagement. HOD of Gauteng, Department of Environment, Mr. Blake Mosley Lefatula, who also just left. RD is present. Other MMC that could have been here, I know I was with the Executive Mayor in Soweto today. Earlier on, I left some of those MMCs there with another program. All councillors in our midst, the councillor who introduced and opened the meeting, Gift, who also left for another engagement. Let me also acknowledge all councillors that may be present and city officials that are present here with us today, and other officials that might come from province and national. You are also acknowledged. And most importantly, members of the media, and obviously members of the community that are present here. Now, it is both an honor and privilege to welcome you all today as we gather to commemorate an International Day of Clean Air or Blue Skies, or for Blue Skies, and to celebrate the launch of the Breathe Cities program right here in Johannesburg. Let us obviously appreciate the initiative you took to support Johannesburg. Oi, oi, Josie, oi, oi. Yeah, now there is a little life injected. As the city of Johannesburg, we are faced by several developmental challenges, which include a persistent spatial inequality with disparities in access to services and opportunities across different regions in the city. Unemployment remains high and is threatening the livelihoods of many residents. Lack of affordable houses has led actually to the proliferation of informal settlements, exacerbating the living condition of the poor and, of course, the increasing rate of crime and gender-based violence. Transportation inefficiency, which limits mobility and economic productivity. Program Director, as we mark the International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies in 2024, we acknowledge that the city challenges should actually not overshadow the drive and commitment towards environmental sustainability. Our commitment to improve the living conditions must be supported by resilient to climate risk and continuous environmental improvements. Air quality in the sky is one of those areas of concern. In terms of our own assessment, we note that the city experiences poor air quality, especially during winter time. And when Councillor was opening, you could tell that a lot of schools that are here come from our own townships. But now seniyazi imbawula yenzani. Air quality in the city is one of those areas of concern. In terms of our own assessment, we note, I think I've repeated this. According to the South African National Air Quality Index, the number of good air quality days in the city sits at 51%. This is an indication that nearly 50% poor air quality days are experienced in the city. According to the State of the Global Air Report of 2024, more than 3,365 children under 5 years died in 2021. Now there is a problem, you can tell, because of air pollution related causes in South Africa. Of those deaths, 80% occur within 28 days of birth, with ambient particulated matters, a result of vehicle fumes, coal burning power plants, and industrial activities being the primary link. Air pollution has become familiar to our community. we know that what we are looking at when brown haze settles over the sky, exhaust billows across the busy highways, or a plume rise from a smokestack. And our people cough as they pass through bent thoroughfare and bent waste piles. Some air pollution is not seen, but its pungent smell alerts you. In 2022, a judge in the deadly air case ruled that the poor quality in several coal-fired power stations in the Highveld priority areas had violated residents' environmental rights. The city acknowledges the plight of the people of Kaya Sand who are exposed to poor quality daily. Plans are in place to deal with illegal activities that are ongoing in the landfill site and other surrounding illegal dump sites. Bakhona ba-operator i-landfill, Councillor Lebatla, in somewhere in Kaya Sand. And someone decided to, when cars are getting in, collect money. So there's a parallel government that must be addressed. I'm not saying that you must open it, I know you can, but I'm just saying that as a city we will look at that. The department have identified a rehabilitation project that should address the issues going forward. All other complaints that are brought to the attention of the city are receiving attention from our Environmental Management Inspectorate. Climate change is also a pressing issue that exacerbates the challenges we face with air quality. Rise in temperature and changing weather patterns can increase the frequent and severity of air pollution episodes. In Johannesburg, we are already experiencing the impact of climate change, such as more intense heat waves and unpredictable weather, which affect our health, infrastructure, and overall quality of life. Addressing air pollution is a crucial step in our broader effort to combat climate change and building a resilient city. Program Director, the celebration of a Clean Air Day reminds us that we still have a lot to do as the city to improve our air quality, to ensure that our people are exposed to an acceptable air quality that protects their health and well-being. The theme of 2024 Clean Air Day is Invest in #CleanAirNow. Investing in clean air is crucial to boosting health, cutting emissions, enabling sustainable economic development, and reducing poverty and inequality. The city, together with our partners like C40 and Breathe Cities, are collaborating to invest resources to generate data that will inform the types of intervention required to support the policy direction that seeks to achieve improved air quality and to galvanize our community through awareness and program to collaborate in combating the scourge of air pollution. It is in this regard that I would like to appreciate the C40 Support, Clean Air Fund and Breathe Cities program for the package of work that has been identified in Johannesburg. As part of this celebration, it is therefore appropriate that we are launching the Breathe Air Cities in Johannesburg. Therefore, Program Director, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to officially launch the Breathe Cities program in Johannesburg. Breathe Cities is a new initiative to accelerate progress break down barriers to action, and ensure communities around the world have access to clean air. As the city, we are privileged to be identified as one of the 11 cities that have joined the Breathe Air Cities initiative. The city will benefit from technical support, community engagement, capacity building, and additional support from the Clean Air Initiative. The city has already committed to taking a bold action to deal with the challenges of poor air quality. Our 2019 Air Quality Management Plan strives to set up an air quality management system to support our action. The plan is currently due for review to ensure that it is strengthened to focus more on emission reduction with a clear and measurable targets. Using our ambient air quality monitoring network, we should be able to track improvements over the next coming year towards 2030. In this space, we are also looking at various cost-effective ways to monitor air quality through low-cost sensors, which will provide us with more clear resolution of the state of air quality in the city. We are continuing to implement our mandate in terms of the Air Quality Act to regulate the industrial activity through licenses and permits and compliance inspections. A lot needs to be done to combat the waste burning and to manage emissions from our vehicles through making public transport a preferred mode of transport. We will investigate and consider a focused policy that should deal with specific air pollution drivers like clean air policy. You know, in other countries, when you drive a smoking car, they will charge you. I think Zim is one of those. Why not here? In this regard, we call on the National Minister of Forest and Fishery and Environment to redetermine the boundaries of the Vaal Triangle Airshed Priority Area to include the whole of the city of Johannesburg. The inclusion will ensure that we have a uniform and seamless approach across the city to manage air quality. Some of the drivers of poor air quality in the city, like the legacy of mining, emission from transport, energy generation, and access to renewable energy require ministers' intervention. We are also aware that the transboundary pollution is a significant factor in Johannesburg. We are therefore hopeful that this inclusion will further assist with resources to drive the Clean Air Program. We further acknowledge the publication of the 26th August 2024 of the regulations for the implementing of enforcing priority area air quality management plan. This regulation will ensure that a meaningful action are implemented with clear reduction targets. Program Director, henceforth through the support from Breathe Air City, the city will have continuous activation to drive clean air awareness, to galvanize community, to act towards improving air quality. Everyone needs to act now to protect ourselves from exposure to air quality. The city will use the hashtag #CleanAirJozi as our rallying call for air quality awareness. Hashtag #CleanAirJozi is about information sharing, collaboration, and action. As I conclude, and I believe that my speech was very short, as I conclude, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to C40 and Clean Air Fund. It is important to collaborate globally, as it is used to be called global warming. Otherwise, we'll be calling it a local warming if we are to to be only City of Johannesburg ourselves. National Department of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment, the Provincial Department of Environment and all our partners, let us embrace this day as a turning point. Together, let us be bold, step forward, take a bold steps forward, a future where air is a source of life and vitality, not a cause of concern. Let's commit to the value of innovation, collaboration and resilience as we work towards our shared goal of a cleaner air for all. I think if you would have followed us last week in Alexander, Executive Director, how clean Alexander is now. The water is clean, fishes are there. Cancel. I know that I must take you for fishing in Alexander Jukski. We want to bring back that particular life, back the ecosystem. It's important for this particular earth. Thanks very much. Let's appreciate the work that officials have done. I must take you for fishing.
Thank you very much, MMC. They normally say after the keynote address, the lesser people must not add or discount what was said, so I will not do that. But I think this is an opportune moment to just have a reflection. We've been talking about collaboration, partnership, community engagement, schools programs, and so on. Last year, the city ran a schools program competition. And the next video will just flight and showcase what happened during that competition. And you'll see the schools that participated, what they did, etc. The next item after this will be the prize giving ceremony to underscore what you would have seen in the video. And I'm hoping that you will see for yourself who then occupies position 1, position 2, position 3, and we'll do a drum roll just before we announce the winners. So at this point, we'll play the video just so that we can showcase what happened. Thanks. I think you'll agree that we are led. This is a bottom-up approach where we are led by the youth. And I'm really very passionate about youth issues because we have gray skies. Some of us are guilty. And we are saying we are aiming for blue skies. And I do really believe that the youth, as you've seen, are really ready to take us to a more sustainable world that is suitable for us to live and thrive in. That will take even our country forward economically. That will make our city also globally competitive so that we are projected as very responsible in as far as the health of our globe. At this point in time, you've seen the competition. You have seen how the youth apply their mind. And there's always a reward towards good work that has been done. And we have planned accordingly to recognize 3 schools that participated in the competition. I will just mention the schools and I will take it from position 3 and we will escalate like that up to position 1. I have requested Mr. Jamie, Edie, and the MMC to help me with the prize giving. And I'm going to ask them to come up on stage in that order. There are people that are helping me with just bringing in the prizes. But I want to hear from you. I didn't have the benefit of seeing the video. All of us on stage did not have the benefit of seeing the video. I have 3 schools here that are finalists. We have Deep Slot Senior Secondary. We have Protea Glen Senior Secondary. We also have Ponelo Pele Oracle Senior Secondary. And in terms of what you've seen, I'm not promising any prizes for the floor. Which order do you think we're gonna go with? Who do you think is position 1? Can we start with that? Any hands? Somebody saying all of them? The world doesn't operate like that. No one wants to take a chance. Okay. Deep Slot, where do you place them? Number 1. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. All right, we're gonna start now with the prize giving. And I will start with position number 3. Can we do a drum roll? So, the very lucky school to occupy position 3 is Ponelo Pele Oracle Senior Secondary. I would like to invite on stage Ms. Buhle Shabalala, who is the teacher that is responsible for the pupils from Ponelo Pele, to come on stage. And I will take the liberty of calling the pupils themselves that participated in this competition. And it's Mnyamezeli Makamba, Excellent Shwakani, Puselezo Pacheku, Apiwe Mtetwa, Joy Mpundu, Katazo Mkumani. Please come out on stage.
asked me to accompany the kids. I'm just the student
What's your name?
teacher who's doing, and I'm not doing geography anyway. I'm
What's
doing
your
this.
name?
Samgelisiwe. Lisiwe. Yes. Majola.
This way. Okay. So, can you start here?
Okay. Each one.
So I must give
So I put one on.
one on each. You want to help me? So, can I just get the order of the letters so that we can then recognize them properly? Okay. Can I see Mnyamezeli Makamba? Pardon? Okay. Okay, I have a bit of an issue here. First of all, Ms. Buhle Shabalala is not available. The trophy will be received by Samkelisiwe Majola, who is here. She will stand in for Ms. Shabalala. And then the learners that are there, excellent, Shakwani. Okay, if you can just go here, shake your hand. Puseletso Racheku. Aphiwe Mthethwa. Joy Mpundu. Khothatso Nkumane. And Ms. Majola will then accept the certificate and the trophy. Round of applause. Congratulations for excellent work. We can see that you are. Thank you. If you can stand. So for position 2, can I request that the school that I'm gonna call and enters from this end? So it's Diepsloot Senior Secondary. Can we get Miss Nontsikelelo Ngozi up on stage? As Ms. Ngozi comes on stage, I would like to recognize the following learners. Mapule Mukwena, please come. Fusion Chauke, Hatlani Blessings, Lisime Pitosi, Choice Mashukwa, Sisipo Mbiklani. If you can come on stage. In that order, who's Mapula? Okay. Just line up Mapula, Fusion, Atlani, Lisema, Choice, Sisipo. Okay. I just want us to recognize the individuals behind this position too. Mapula Mokwena, please proceed. Fusion Chauke. Hatlani Blessing. Clearly, we didn't do a dry run. Lisime Pitosi. Choice Mushokwa. Sisipho Mbixani. The engine behind this prize and all the work that was done is Ms. Nontsikelelo Ngozi. Pleasure to have you. Well done. Deep Slot Senior Secondary. Okay. You may leave the stage that side. Well done. We look forward to many, many more engagements with you. Okay. This is now the time for position number 1. Position number 1 is not underscoring or undermining the work that has been done by the 2 schools, Ponelopele, Oracle, and Deep Slot Senior Secondary. But they took things a notch up, and hence they are recognized as position 1. And the school, as you can guess, that got position 1 is Protea Glen Senior Secondary. May I request Mr. Lekalakala to lead the team of champions onto stage. Mr. Lekalakala? Yes. I'm going to recognize the following learners. Mutsegwa Gundo, Mashula Mpho, Simelani Sianda, Nolwandle Ngomani, Esethu Hlatshwayo, Umphathutshedza Masindi. Welcome on stage. Please line up in that order. Muchek, okay. Mashula, Simelani, Nolwandle, Esethu, Masindi. Not here. Okay, so 2 are not here. Okay, unfortunately. Okay, in this order, Muchekwa Gundo. Mashula Mpho. You said you are not Simelani, ne? You are not. She's not. Okay, Simelani Sianda is not here, but we'll recognize her anyway. She was not able to come through. But we have on stage Nowandle Ngomani. Esethu Hlatshwayo. Umphathutshedza Masindi is unavailable, unfortunately, but we recognize the learner anyway. Mr. Lekalakala, very well done. another round of applause. Thank you very much. I think we need to acknowledge the teachers behind the excellence that we see from the kids. I think without them, we would not have seen the wonderful work that the learners were able to achieve. They are, I think, all of us, in a sense, we are all products of teachers. Teachers do a great deal of work and they are not often recognized for the good work that they are doing. And big ups to all the teachers that are here. Thank you very much. Thank you. The program, has come to an end. At this point in time, I think it was action-packed. There's a lot of pledges. We are actually encouraged to do good for the planet. We need to partner with ourselves at individual level to do the right things. Even if no one is looking at you, just do the right things. You can't be just throwing litter anywhere you like. You can't be burning tires. You need to be quite deliberate in choosing the mode of transport that you are using. Those of us that are driving vehicles, if you see smoke coming out of your tailpipe, you must know that you are impacting air, negatively. So I want to just urge everyone to say, can we just make a pledge to say, henceforth, we know everything about air quality, we know how it impacts our health, and that we are going to do the right things and spread the word. Hashtag Clean Air Jozi. Invest in hashtag Clean Air Now. So I want to pledge and urge all the funders to continue with the support towards this very important program or program similar to this one. Because as the City of Joburg, we can't do it alone. Partnerships are quite key for us to be able to make a difference and make sure that our communities are protected. With that said, I want to hand over to Councillor Monyai that will then do the vote of thanks for us. Thanks.
Ndi masiyari batho bote. Let me take this opportunity also to thank everyone who have been here today. My role is simple here, but I must also introduce myself. My name is Councillor Bengani Munyai. I'm the newly elected chairperson of the EISD committee. So let me take this opportunity also to thank the MMC for EISD, our ED, together with the councillors that are here, and also all the guest speakers that came here today to give us the message of support. And also not forgetting all the officials from the city who have been organizing this day today, hence we are here today. And also the councillors that have also came today to attend this event. Not also to forget the school kids that are here today. I'm really proud of them. When I look at myself here, I'm still young, as you can see. If I can tell you something, that when I was still at high school, my major subject was geography. When I went to the university, I also majored in environment. So you have inspired me that I must go back to my environment. And also to the former executive mayor that is here today with us. Some of us, when you leave politics, some of us who are joining politics, so you're gonna help us going forward. As I'm about to conclude, I would like also to remind everyone that we have come here today to commemorate this day for international, for clean air, for blue sky. But this day is also a reminder that as a city, it's just a reminder because every year that we must look after our air quality within the city. We like also from the environmental point of view or an oversight that MMC, that you have made a commitment that you are going to deal with the issue of Kaya Seta landfill site, because our people there, they've been subjected with the issue of being exposed with the poor quality of air there. We really appreciate that. And also, as I'm about to sit down, we'd like also to thank also the members of the media who are here, everyone that have chose to come here today. And also to our program director, we really appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We've come to the end of the program. Thank you very much, Councillor Monyai. We are looking forward to working with you as the portfolio, as the chairperson of the portfolio committee. But yeah, in earnest, we've achieved what we set out to do here today. I would like to ask everyone that is sitting here to stay where you are as I usher my dignitaries off stage. And yeah, I just want to remind you to be busy with those tweets. The hashtags are Clean Air's Josie, hashtag Clean Air Josie, and hashtag investing in hashtag air quality now. So please just be busy. I think we've had a wonderful day of making sure that the city's position is clear to everyone, but it's also clear to all of us. And with that, without overstating what MMC Monyai said, I personally, as the program director, wish to help to thank you for your working with me and navigating the program. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.